I just played Arc Raiders for the first time. October 17th through 19th was their last playtest before the official release. Honestly, I'm impressed. The world they've built feels alive in a way few games manage. I've always loved dystopian and apocalyptic settings, and this one fits right into those concepts. It's not perfect. Sometimes the world feels a little empty, but that space also gives your imagination room to breathe. The environment, honestly, it feels like a place that existed long before you arrived. What really surprised me is how Arc Raiders echoes Helldivers 2, but also has a totally different vibe at the same time. Helldivers is all about over-the-top battles, exploring realms that mimic a utopian future in the heat of chaotic battle. Arc Raiders, on the other hand, dials back the chaos for a slower, more deliberate pace. It builds tension gradually, with moments of stillness before the storm. The firefights are intense, but the quiet stretches in between make every clash feel earned. Where Helldivers pushes you to conquer the battlefield with relentless action and split-second decisions, Arc Raiders is about surviving it, weaving a more contemplative experience. From the opening moments, it wasn't hard for me to get lost in the visuals of Arc Raiders. The lighting, the scale, the way the world reacts, it all feels handcrafted. Even the tutorial plays like a cinematic introduction and not just a checklist. Your actions, moving, aiming, taking cover, feel deliberate, honestly. Almost like it's designed to pull you into the struggle, sort of, trying to mimic realistic physics. It's immersive, like you're part of this scarred, living world. That's what makes Arc Raiders actually feel so similar to Helldivers 2. Helldivers throws you into the heart of a galactic war, rallying squads to fight overwhelming enemies in a desperate stand for Super Earth. Arc Raiders feels like what happens when that stand falls. Its world of shattered ruins and scattered survivors picks up where Helldivers' battles left off, giving you space to navigate the aftermath in a universe where Super Earth lost. It's less about constant explosions, more about tension that builds. The quiet moments that make the battles hit harder, and the slower pace turns each encounter into something memorable. I get this strange feeling that Arc Raiders reflects a Helldivers 2 sequel as though it's just built to be a parallel. For example, just as from the Super Destroyer, you also escape to the surface in a pop. Or maybe it's the fact that you attract enemies during your extraction wait. Perhaps it's even because you require heavier ammo to pierce thicker armor. It all feels so deliberate and familiar. This is why I see Arc Raiders as a kind of Helldivers 2 sequel. Maybe not literally a sequel, but sort of a spiritual one. It's as if Super Earth's surface was lost to the chaos of Helldivers' war, and Arc Raiders drops you into the ruins to survive in what's left. It shares that feeling of action and the chaotic nature of the future, but shifts from all-out combat to scavenging and rebuilding in a broken world. Where Helldivers 2 revels in the chaos of war, Arc Raiders explores the silence that follows. It's about what's left behind and how people adapted to it. Who do you think enforces that silence? Robots. Sound familiar? Arc, as they're known, are the true rulers of the surface. Deadlier than other players, a mechanical legacy that makes every run feel like trespassing in their domain. In the aftermath of the Helldivers 2 war, they perfectly reflect the evolution of automatons, sleek machines warped over generations since Super Earth's last stand, their frames now streamlined and sturdier, limbs replaced with efficiency, the act of flight. They're not just enemies anymore, they're the reason humanity retreated underground, patrolling the surface with a patience that turns survival into a whisper against their endless hunt. Arc Raiders isn't flawless, but I feel that it's special. It's the kind of game that stays with you, not because it's the loudest or flashiest, but because it feels like a world you could actually step into. I feel that both games nail that fun and apocalyptic future ideal for a video game. Arc Raiders feels like it's telling the next chapter, picking up the pieces long after a theoretical end to the Helldivers war. Helldivers gave us the action. Arc Raiders offers a haunting vision of what comes after the fall. I've been thinking a lot about these two games. Even though they're not congruent in story, world, or any official way, I see as though it's not really about shared lore or crossover events or anything like that. I say it's something subtler, something in the air they both breathe. Helldivers 2 is all fire and noise and defiance, a game that celebrates the chaos of war and the thrill of fighting for something bigger than yourself. Arc Raiders takes that same energy and turns it inside out. It's quiet, it's heavy, it's about what happens when the war is over but the world keeps going anyway. They're not telling the same story, but they're asking the same question. What does it mean to be human in a future that doesn't want us? Helldivers 2 was the war cry. Arc Raiders is the silence that answers. Same universe, different heartbeat. One fought to save a world, the other wakes up in its ruins. Two games, decades apart in spirit, yet the echoes line up perfectly. Maybe no one planned it, maybe the story just knew, and if this is how the future unfolds, I'm already dreaming of where it takes us next.